Good evening, folks. I'm Joe Bachman, and I already brought everybody else up on stage also.
I was
Thanks
like,
for joining.
hi.
Surprise.
God, good thing I wasn't doing my normal prep. Never mind.
Right.
Just want to see if you all were paying attention.
No.
But it's Wednesday night. It is the Burning is Yarn. We are back from the holiday break, which we're going to be back last week, but sickness hit the household. So,
Not bad. Sorry, guys.
and I was at town meetings.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Things are going better on our end. It was a little, but.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, all y'all that were there Monday night for the show, you ever make me do that micro machine fast talking thing again? No, I'm kidding.
Have you ever thought about narrating like medication side effects?
No.
Or like the end of car commercials where, they're talking about, all the special financing and tax on a license included.
0 down, 96-month APR, blah, 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 taxes easy.
Firstborn child and your soul.
Who has souls? So.
Those are iffy.
Fred walks in like, well, not I.
Right? Like, I'm here for you.
Get out of what you were playing with the cords back there, kiddo.
I should probably get the rest of the stream set up. There we go. Got the banner running. So, as always, we do have the music of Dan Hollifield. And we're going to play from the 10,000 Airships suite. And we're going to start us off with... let's see. What do we want? Track number 4, Assemble the Fleet. That sounds like a good one. Oh.
And can I do a little self-promo here real quick?
Yeah.
Well, it's IndieCD as well. I want to go ahead and drop the link to the form if anybody's interested in the IndieCD.com traveling table. IndieCD.com IndieCD traveling table. So those who see before I do set up a little promo for everybody that wants the representation. It's $10. We'll give you 2 feet of space in the table, and if I've represented you before, it's $5 because I have a lot of stuff already. And also, if you're a member of IndieCD and I have your things, like I have some of your wares of some way, shape, or form, I'm more than likely to use that somewhere in the display if need be. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that link for the form if anybody is interested. There it is. So if anybody is interested, you do have to be a member of IndieCD. So if you're not, it's a good time to sign up.
Yep.
Get set up. So, are you
all right
tonight?
I am burning tonight. Yes, for the first time in a while, I'm actually doing a word burn piece.
I was going to say.
Mainly because I haven't gotten the 3D printer fully set back up yet.
If you want to put yourself as big.
Well, I was going to let you show that off first.
Oh.
But no, when I went down to Indy for training, I haven't allowed the cats down here because I'm afraid they're going to mess with the 3D printer. Especially with the filament just kind of hanging down like it does. So I went through, unloaded the filament from the machine, and had everything kind of buttoned up down here to where they couldn't mess with anything, and allowed them to come down while I was gone. And I just haven't gotten around to actually reloading the filament into the machine.
So you had to burn.
Pretty much.
You had no choice.
It was either that or I was going to be doing your job tonight, doing the comments. No.
Hey!
You thought. But we'll let Trey talk about her project real quick.
So we had a friend reach out, and his dad's not having a good time, so he asked me to make him an Alabama blanket for him. So this is basically just mocked up after something I saw on Google search, and I ran the official A logo through Stitch Fiddle, which is basically an Excel sheet, and it makes the diagram pay a little extra, and it gives you written instructions for your picture. So I could have actually gone much more detailed if I hated myself more. So, but yeah, so now it's just granny squares around for the rest of my life, and then we'll see.
Awesome. That is cool looking. It's pretty.
I'm actually quite proud of how it turned out. That was my first time doing something like that. So
No, it turned out really good, dear.
Yeah. That was like the, oh gosh, can I make this work? And now it's just the fun part.
yeah, pretty much. I was like, well, at least the not fun parts out of the way first. Part where I have to count and do stuff.
Your ribbit is gonna be a lot different now.
There were a couple of rivets, especially when I got to the end and it's right. Especially when, it's a line of 60 and you get to the end and you're 2 stitches short and you don't know where you lost them at. That's fun. Oh, Joe, what are you burning?
So I found a design on Creative Meadows. It's a Grim Reaper with like a sand hourglass.
I'm gonna make you big so we can see it.
Yeah. So it's Grim Reaper with an hourglass, and he's just kind of standing over it and holding the top of it. And wow, you can tell I have not burned in a while because I am having trouble doing simple lines. Holy shit. There it is. Probably just clean that tip off some. Or I need to raise the heat because it's colder than hell down here, so it might be a hard time actually.
Well, it's very cold in this section of the country right now.
Yeah. Our basement is locker in the best of time. So.
Right. But the bottom part, I added text that basically says, "The sands of time are limited for all of us. Treasure the time you have."
Nice. That's cool. I like it.
What do I got going on? Come on. Okay. So
now I get to try and shade all this in.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we start on comments? See what everybody else has had going on for their day?
Yeah, we probably should. Unless you still want me going through comments come behind the code next week.
You go. No. I think you guys then were trying, and I was like, no, I want to go see Corissa. Anyways, so I'm hoping everybody that didn't know Corissa was introduced to Corissa and sees why I was like so excited to see her because she's awesome. She was on Grant Draws on Monday.
She seems really cool.
Yeah, I love her. I haven't talked to her lately, but
yeah, I like her view on cryptids too. Seems like an interesting take.
Yeah, she's awesome. She is awesome. So, let's see.
Hi, Bo.
Well, Foxy was the first in the door.
Hey, Foxy.
So she's the first to break lurking at 6:07. Wow, you guys.
Y'all are early.
Yeah. Dan was lurking all day. He was just waiting for the show. And
Evening, Dan and Foxy.
Regain his chill. Some quote-unquote person hit me up with a copyright claim for my own music. I contested the claim and I have evidence to prove my own copyrights. Oh, that's got to be infuriating.
Right. I would have lost it.
You've done what you could do, so now you just got to wait for the next step. It's easier said than done, I know. He goes, however, being angry is not healthy, so I'm doing my best to let it pass. Foxy is attempting to clean the floor. Why did I imagine her using Indigo, like a rope toy with Indigo, and she was like sweeping with his butt?
Because I have a feeling that was probably his fault.
Dan said, you have a puppy, you're going to have to clean it again tomorrow. And Foxy's true. And she said the floor is mostly defluffed. Dan goes, must feel really good. And Foxy goes, it does. He's been destuffing his stuffed animals at an amusing rate.
Oh, man.
They do that. Let's see here. And Thesis is joining us. He said, hey, Dan, I saw your post on Facebook. You have every right to be angry, but I understand not wanting to let your anger overwhelm you. Yes. Very much so. Foxy has not seen that yet. And Dan said, Kimber does that unless it's something she really mothers. There's a purple hedgehog that she's protected and slept with as if it were puppies she gave birth to. Aww. They know how to make us go, oh, don't they? You don't count, Joey. And Carl's joining us. He's saying, hey, everyone. And Foxy goes, oh, Huli was like that with a couple of toys. Indigo, not so much. Carl goes, I'm still an admin on BKM's Facebook page and got a notice that one of his monetized videos is sharing revenue with a copyright holder.
Ooh.
Huh.
Okay.
Wonder what happened there.
Dan said that Thesis, I know you would understand the frustration and need to allow it to pass. Yeah. And Carl said, these guys just claim on everyone with the hopes that you won't contest it.
Yeah.
Then they get some money. Oh. You know the swearing that they used to do in the old cartoons ever.
Fratcha, sassafras.
Carl said, so yes, fight it, Dan, but don't let it eat you up. Foxy said, sorry that's happening to you. And Dan said, Carl, that's the one. It was a last man standing episode, and the copyright strike was during the intro music. All of the things they could probably get out of copyright for one of those shows, and that's what they pick is your music.
Right. They were like, yeah, that's the one we'll pick. Come on.
You know they were dumb, stupid, idiotic, and or a bot. Foxy says, sounds quite annoying, but you're in the right. And Carl goes, I mean, they tried to claim the national anthem.
Yeah.
Carl goes, there's no punishment for a wrongful claim, but I wonder how many people abandon their channel or just don't argue. Then the scam gets cash.
Yeah.
Dan said exactly, it's a bot doing stupid stuff. Profit a little bot.
Well, and here's the thing, though. Like, how much cash could they really get, if it's not a monetized channel? Some of these bots that are doing this, it's like, look, you need to set up your bot to look at the amount of subscribers
right
that the channel has. Because if it doesn't even have the, at least the bare minimum to try and monetize with, what you're just creating unnecessary work for some poor saps in YouTube, and also unnecessary work for the people of the shows.
Yeah, well, the world is an unfriendly place at times, and unfortunately,
No, it's not just an unfriendly place, but it also just goes to show just how stupid these scammers are, that they can't even A, make a bot on their own to actually do the work properly, or B, are too cheap to hire somebody to make a bot to do the work properly.
So few things frustrate Joe as much as a scam done improperly. I've noticed, like, he doesn't get mad that that they're trying to scam him. He gets mad that they're doing it poorly.
Make it a damn challenge for me.
Oh, what would the fun in that be?
Oh man.
Oh, and there's something else I want to drop here real quick. If I can get to it. Still doing this fundraiser for Zaki. It closes on the 22nd. So, I'm dropping the link in there for everybody. So, go buy some pretty nail stuff.
Do the thing.
Yeah. So he can get, I'm going to donate money to him for his medical bills. And he is our newest member of NVCD.org.
Heck yeah.
Do they have acetone on there?
Only if you try to take
Probably next to the dusty cement that he swallowed.
No, I mean on your, thing with the pretty nails.
On your sale. He's asking if he can buy direct from you.
There is a nail remover, but it's acetone free.
Oh.
Darn. Like I
That
said,
is
we were talking about
comical.
you today. At lunch, I was with a couple friends, and we were talking about you today, and you're not, yeah.
Alright, so as I stated before the show, acetone was not something readily available in my house that I could sit there and read while sitting on the toilet during the pre-cell phone days.
Yeah, but acetone. Even the name sounds flammable. Acetone. Anywho.
So do some hot peppers, yet I still eat those.
Oh, God.
Oh, true. Oh, some of those hot sauces we have. Delicious.
And Michaela is joining us. She's saying, hey, friends. Hello, Michaela.
Good
Across the
evening.
board on having to read all of this. After Monday night, I'm good.
At least she doesn't have to read it at Mach 10 tonight.
Yet. Carl's saying, hey, Michaela. And Foxy goes, uh-oh. Indigo knocked my broom over. He's deathly afraid of brooms and any stick-like thing. Oh,
No.
poor baby. Oh. I gotta take Kitty Cat in to get his teethers done tomorrow. Tisa says, yeah, I understand, Dan. It's very Buddhist of you to let the anger wash over you and then pass. I like that. Yes, I agree. And Dan said, oh, Michaela, I didn't see you come in. Using two computers at once is distracting, LOL. Yeah.
I was going to say, I got 2 monitors, and that's distracting enough.
Carl said, I thought so too. Thesis. I have one big monitor, and it's hard to keep up sometimes. Donna is saying greetings all, and so Donna's reading us, and there's greetings and greetings and greetings, and Michaela said, it's okay, Dan, and she's LOLing. Foxy said, she is ninja. Ninja Michaela. And a ninja Donna, too. I am ninja, you are ninja, we are ninja, too. Nope. And Michaela is laughing, and Joey is saying good evening to everyone.
Oh, it's that yoga.
And Dan said, thesis, have you ever read Dune? That philosophy works for anger as well as fear. I try to live as if every moment is brand new and the previous moment is forever gone, except for our memories. Ooh, look at that. We're getting deep in here today.
Oh, it's readily available tonight.
Wait, the more you know. Oh, wait. Hold on here. Okay, try again. The more you know. I may have done that today while we were at lunch.
I love it.
The more we know. I'm like, I need trace.
All it is a straw, some cardboard, and some yarn.
Hey, it doesn't matter the materials. What you're doing with said materials.
And it brings me endless joy.
And Michaela said, I'm glad my desktop PC was saved. Awesome. I'm not sure what was going on with it, but Joe asked what ended up being the fix, Michaela. And Foxy wants to know, did it try and brick itself? It's a brick.
It's a brick.
Ow.
And Lisa said, I've never read Dune, nor have I seen any of the movies. Or, side of my nose itching. Witzman said, hey, Joe. Witzman dude, excuse me. Dan said, as Terry Pratchett once wrote, I was not born. Or I was not born yesterday. Michaela said that we unloaded all the extra life picks and anything saved like Word docs and are now on a few jump drives and a 1 terabyte external hard drive. Nice. Dan said, forget the movies. The book is awesome. And like Star Wars, it has no sequels or prequels. Kayla said, it's still slow, but it works good. I'm glad it's working. And Fox said, get your likes ready, folks. Get your likes. Likes are here. Likes are here. Kayla said, so now I have everything in storage, and that storage is backed up too. Awesome.
That actually, I'm going to comment on that. That is the best thing to do. Never just make one backup of your stuff. Make multiples. And no, I do not practice what I preach.
This is
At all.
Joe.
Wants me to know more, you know. Sharpens like so it will stick well. Sharpens the like so it's going to stick well. Sorry, I'm reading that for a second. Dan said, Dune is my favorite short story. It's only 800 pages. Foxy only. Michaela's laughing at Foxy. And Thesis says, mostly I've found that books are better than movies. You get to picture in your own mind what certain characters look, so I sound like it's more fun that way. Have you ever read a book and then you watch the movie and the person is not anything like what you had in your mind during the entire book and you're like, I can't watch this movie? I've had that happen before.
When they changed the entire plot.
I did that with The Lord of the Rings.
Mm.
Mainly where they left out Tom Bombadil altogether.
Where was it? I was excited. You told me about Tom Bombadil, and I was excited for him in the movies, and then he wasn't there.
No, I remember watching the movie and I'm going along with the book in my head, and I'm like, okay, it's following the books pretty well, and then they just skipped the whole part with Tom Bombadil. I just kind of sat up in the seat. I'm like, they just skipped 5 chapters.
Where'd he go?
I do just say one of the best book to movie translations, I don't know what word you want to use, was The Outsiders.
Yeah.
That one was
really well. Done
and
really well.
That even goes beyond all the babelicious yummy stuff that was on screen. I'm sorry, it was a smorgasbord of yummies, okay?
To Kill a Mockingbird was done really well too, with Gregory Peck.
Which one?
Yeah.
The Gregory Peck version. I don't know if there's any other versions, but
yeah,
I thought that one was done well.
Yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird was done very well.
Mm-hmm. There's certain ones, and then there's certain ones you're like, "Thor." So,
and some of that too is even if they follow the book to a T,
yeah,
it's who they get to portray those characters.
Yeah, that's true.
One example I'm going to use, and it was a series, was I could not get into what's his name? The Witcher.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Yes, I could not get into him as the Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine with him being Superman. I didn't like his Superman movie, but him, I could do but something about he just was not the Witcher for me. I don't know what it was.
He didn't fit what you thought of.
Mm-hmm.
So, Thesis said, although if someone were to make the Mercy Thompson books into something, that would definitely be something I would like to see. And Michaela is agreeing. And Dan said, an early definition of a short story was that which can be read in one sitting. I could sit and read for 10 hours, just saying, LOL. I think most of the people in this room probably could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Not me. I made it 5 minutes and then fell asleep today.
Okay, you were reading work stuff. That was a dry read.
Well, it wasn't work stuff. It was programming, which is
see, I looked over and it looked like an intersection.
It looked like an intersection.
The diagram looked like an intersection to me.
Oh, that you walked by right as I loaded the Apple Books app on the iPad. The last thing I had loaded on there before I went back to reading Flutter and Dart tutorial was the plans for my job site.
So it was an intersection.
Yeah.
Yay, I know my job.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I had to think about it for a second, because there are like different little figures and stuff, and in the Flutter and Dart book, and I'm like, which one would look like an intersection? It was all code.
Right.
Then we figured it out. Foxy said she used to be able to, but not so much anymore. And Dan said, showtime! So we're only 28 minutes behind. Lisa said that Foxy and I think that Michelle Rodriguez would be the perfect choice to play Mercy. I mean, if you look at the cover of Moon Called and picture her on it, we can see it.
Okay.
Well, since we are 28 minutes behind,
Wait, Donna said don't forget to like and share.
that means we're about a half hour into the show. So we should probably pause the music. And let's run an ad for Grant.
Finally, it's time for the follow-up to the hit modern fantasy comic book, Beowulf. Victor, the reincarnation of the legendary warrior Beowulf, is plagued by visions of his ancestor facing off against his most infamous rivals, Grendel and Grendel's mother. Victor, with his lovable sidekick and spirit guide Moony the cat with magic powers, must re-evaluate everything they've come to believe in this epic adventure. Were Grendel and Grendel's mother actually the monsters they were portrayed as in storybooks? Could somebody be using dark magic in an attempt to resurrect Grendel and his mother in a petty act of revenge? For the answers to these mysteries, plus plenty of action, humour and magic, check out Beowulf, Grendel's Curse. This is a 3-issue miniseries, with each issue being over 30 pages. Get it now, for a limited time, on Kickstarter.
And we are back. And we're going to kick it over to track number 5, Exploring Exotic Lands.
Oh, and Carl's welcoming the Burning Is Yarn crew. And Foxy tosses her like and watches it stick well. Woohoo!
Is it sticking like spaghetti?
So if you know if it's done or not, if it sticks or not. Dan said, Trey, glad to see you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And Carl said, everyone looks better and rested. Except for Joey. He's exhausted. And after what you guys put me through on Monday night, which was funny. I'll admit, it was freaking hilarious. And there is the form, the link to the form, if anybody wants to join in on the Indie CD traveling table at indiecd.con. The con itself is on March 8th in Fowler, Indiana.
It's fun.
Casey said, oh, good. I see that the second cameras are working.
Yes.
Yep.
Foxy goes, nice. Everyone is well and things are working properly. And Dan said, Joe, there are complex SFX tracks in that song that took me days to assemble. Thank you for playing it. Dan, if there's ever a specific song you want us to play, let us know at some point in time. You might have to remind us 3 or 4 times because, well, happens a lot for all of us. So.
I like that we get the background on the tracks, though.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's like having a commentary track.
And don't forget to let us know, Dan, when you get 100% of the profits back.
Yes.
You say that once a month at Bandcamp. Let us know.
Let people throw money at you.
Carl said, is Trey making the A from the Scarlet Letter? Nope.
Yeah. It's kind of the same style.
Michaela said, Master Andy got a laser engraver, so we shall see what he comes up with. Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
That's cool.
I've been toying with the idea of getting one of those.
Why do I have a feeling one's going to be on order next week now that he knows that somebody else he knows has one?
No, because before I hook up anything else in this basement, we are getting the power redone in this house.
Okay.
Just because it's original to the building from the
We're
50s.
still unscrewing fuses for one. Okay.
Yeah.
We have 100 amp service, and I'm really surprised the one night when we streamed, I had my Mac, the 3D printer, the wood burner, and my gaming machine all running at the same time.
And nothing exploded.
Somehow.
That's because you weren't using acetone. I love you too, Joey. Foxy.
So if anybody's wanting to co-host on Mondays and Wednesdays,
Oh, dang. You're not firing Dawn. We're keeping her. No! Come back!
you said anything about firing Dawn, I'm gonna fire. You said anything about firing Dawn, I'm firing myself.
No!
You're yourself, you're the boss. Actually, Trey's the boss, and she's not going to allow it.
If I'm the boss, we are in some doo-doo.
Well, none
Hey,
of us can be the boss. That's the
You can't
thing.
even count to 4.
we all know Brett and Hobo are the bosses.
This-
So.
I'm
That's
pretty sure there's a
true.
lot
Okay.
of CEOs that can't count to 2 or 3.
So Brad keeps stealing my computer chair, and like any cat parent, I just hover over my desk and try instead of trying to move him because it's his chair now. I might be able to share it with him, but he doesn't. I don't make him move.
Ugh. And Carl said A for Alabama. Haha, not adultery. Phew. Thesis said if it were the scarlet letter, the colors would have been reversed, Carl. And Carl went, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan said, Carl, it is for Alabama, too. LOL. Now, if it were for Arkansas,
Arkansas.
I know, why is it Kansas, but Arkansas?
Because
I know there's probably a reasoning.
we shook down another language for its loose grammar.
And Nick is joining us. Hey, y'all. So I'm running late. Hello,
Nick.
Mr. Walker.
Nick? Guess what came in the mail today, Nick? My copies of both of Gigante's books and another copy of the Armored Rose. So, yes, I'm excited.
And Michaela said, oh, yeah, I need to get info for my book signing put on the calendar. Yes, you do get that on there, Michaela. And Carl said, yes, Michaela, promote. Hashtag always promote. More greetings for Nick. Because the book signing is at the Peoria Civic Center in Peoria, Illinois on September 27th. It is currently on booknookevents.com. That's information on the signing itself. Dan said, great, Michaela. And Carl said, cool, yes, need to get it on the calendar. And Thesis said, speaking of promoting, there is the link to his show, The Tea House, which is on Saturday nights at 6:30 Central Time.
Yes.
And Ruby is joining us as well. Hello, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby.
More greetings. And I'm glad I slung through all those greetings, though, on Monday, because we'd still be here if I read every one of them.
Right.
And Michaela said that her StreamYard is now working, so Sunday night should be a go. Awesome.
Nice.
And Nick said the split video of Rising Tide was a video alleged stolen music. It is an old NTF of mine. Oh, you're kidding me.
Stop
Really?
stealing your own stuff, guys.
Nope. Carl's greeting, and Nick goes, the bots just target any video they can. We know. And sometimes it works out for them, and sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. They just go, oh, well, let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
My favorite bot that targeted a video I posted. It was actually a video of our security camera at the park. A kid was vandalizing some of the cameras at the park.
I remember this.
And I had posted it on Facebook on our parks page, and a few weeks later I get the copyright strike of, you're displaying, Disney hot products, whatever the hell it was called. And this is a copyright strike. So I fought it with Well, this is actually a security camera feed from a kid that was damaging stuff at our park. But if you can identify what he's wearing, please let us know that we can report it to the proper authorities. And the next message I got back was, copyright strike is no longer on there. It's like, really? You couldn't at least give me a hint?
Something.
That video was so damn grainy. How can you tell it was your shit?
Right.
How can you tell it isn't?
There's more greetings. And Fox going, the sound of tearing fabric when you have a puppy.
Oh, yeah.
And DR Duelist is joining us, also known as Dad.
That's
Hey, DR.
Or Dale, if you really want to not call him Dad. Hi, Dad. How you doing? And Nick's greeting Ruby and asked how her sword studies are going. Wow. Apparently, I can only talk if I'm talking really fast. Have you noticed this?
Oh, goodness.
The last 3 minutes of Behind the Code, I don't think I made a mistake.
So
I
you
don't
just have
think you
to wrap
breathed
everything.
either.
What was that, Joey?
I don't think you took a breath either.
I was out of breath by the time I was done. And greetings. And Sarah's joining us. Hello, Sarah.
Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
And greetings and greetings and greetings and greetings are flinging everywhere. Just don't get anything on my hair.
Not in the face.
Fox said, hi, Sarah. How'd all your stuffs go? And Sarah, sounds like you're talking about my manager. Michaela said, I have a, LOL, Foxy, I have a 3-year-old dog, and she considers it a challenge when I clean. And
That sounds about right.
there's the link for Zacky's fundraiser that I'm doing for Color Street, with Color Street. And Donna says, Dark Mistress. Carl goes, I suppose that if the dumb bot steals $1 from 10K people, that's 10K.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And as Dan says, $20 is still $20.
Yep.
And Thesis is saying good evening to more greetings to Dad and Sarah. And Menace Entertainment Group is joining us. Hey, yo, hello, Pops. How you doing?
Hey, Pops.
We had fun talking to Grandpa the other Monday night. That was fun to have him on
Yes.
Yeah.
there. Let's see. Found out that my getting one comic subscription, Diamond, won't be getting the last issue of the story arc. For shame.
No. That sucks.
Ooh, that was a lot of smoke up in the eyes all at once. Oh.
Are you used to that? Never mind. It's not legal.
I'm pretty sure this is a form of pine I'm burning on, just going by smell.
Ah.
And it's an older piece, which means it's been sitting down here in this very dry basement.
Oh God, where's the
And
acetone?
Is it
it's on the floor.
No.
My glasses are too heavy to do that with. They just kind of fall off.
We have a friend, she and I will do that back and forth to each other.
See, mine just kind of flop sideways.
That's half the fun of it, though.
I have that same issue. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're talking about something else.
It's now the time I should be doing.
Just because, you know, it hasn't. Here we go.
There we go.
The
And
tray's in the green room.
there's a scroll there. We have no clue what the star goes to, so I guess it doesn't go to anything. Oh, Diamond is affecting Grant as well. So
Yeah.
you know, there's a few
Yeah.
people, you know, that it's kind of. And Nick said he missed the good doctor coming in. Sarah says Lady Mechanica and Image. Sarah goes, my ass makes tones sometimes too, but when it does, SBD. I love you, Sarah. And Nick says, "Oh no, Sarah, that sucks." Sarah says, "Yeah, it so does."
Yeah.
Foxy goes, "I think our pup does too, Michaela. He's 8 to 9 months old." And Ruby said, "Sword studies are going well. Trey is a wonderful teacher, and she doesn't get annoyed by all of my questions."
You have good questions. And like I keep saying, if you don't ask questions, that's when people start getting hurt. So,
Well,
and I enjoy talking to you. So,
and it's also about learning. You never know everything about everything. You can always learn more.
we all started somewhere.
And Kitty says, "Hey, all, dance class ran a little late tonight, but I'm here. Hello, Kitty."
Hey, Kitty.
And Pops is saying, "Go Ninja, go Ninja, go."
Thanks, Vanilla Ice. Ninja. Oh, God. I just hated myself. All right.
No, I'm just, never mind. We're not, Sarah said, "I wasn't about to go to my LCS for a refund for the ones I have. I'm sure he's losing enough at it as it is."
Yeah, that sucks for everyone.
It's a trickle down. It's the sideways trickle down and everything in between. But, oof. Foxy said that her keyboard died in the battery and it's not plugged in. Oof. Welcome back. Nick said, "Trey is truly gifted. You couldn't be in better hands, Ruby."
Oh, it makes me blush.
I'm just gonna keep burning. I know that's why Dawn paused. She's waiting for a smart-ass comment from me.
Yeah, I brought it. Well, I already did a smart ass comment from you.
None of that around here. No.
Did you look at the screen yet? Though?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So yes, you did do a smart ass comment.
That's looking really cool.
And Lisa says, "I'm guessing Dawn doesn't remember the old Ask a Ninja days on YouTube." I never was a big YouTube person until the past few years. Not at all. Carl is greeting Kitty, and Pops is saying, "Anger is the mind killer." It is. Sarah said, "It looks like you're using a squeegee on your camera."
Oh, I'm guessing the sanding block.
I was like, which of us?
I'm like, I don't think I have a squeegee. I have a taco. I almost forgot the taco mic tonight.
There would have been a riot if you forgot the taco mic.
I know. And see, the thing is, I think you guys can still hear me, even if the mic isn't right there.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You're a little softer, but yeah.
But yeah, there
Like,
it is.
you can it actually sounds a little more distant when you do that, a little softer, but you're still come in actually very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's more greetings, and Nick is hoping that it went well for Kitty, and more greetings. And Sarah said, "Same with Dune, but I do have the official movie posters of the second one for anyone wanting posters. That's one single perk of working at an AMC location." Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Yeah, there's
And
some cool movie posters.
Lisa said, "Someone needs to take a screen grab of Trey with her, the more you know sign. We have several moments on Discord where that picture would have been useful."
Well, see, I turned on local recordings for this stream because I want to be able to post the finished work of this as a time lapse. Since I can't do like Nick and just hit a button that says time lapse and it auto generates, I gotta go through and make one myself. But I had already planned on grabbing a copy of Trey's portion of the video and clipping out the more you know part and turning it into a GIF, or for the shows, just putting like the more you know music behind it.
Nice. I like it.
Carl goes, "We'll work on that thesis. No matter what, it will get done."
Oh yeah.
Pop says, "Tom But I can't say that. He will be
Bombadil.
last as he was first, but not the movie.
Yep.
Sarah said, I'm the opposite with The Queen of the Damned. I love the movie and don't want to ruin it because I know Anne Rice couldn't stand the movie. And there is a Tom magic card, Trey. Nudge, nudge.
Is that? Mm-hmm. Not me making a note of something.
I'm just going to call him Tom because I can't say that last name. Thesis said, yes,
Bombadil.
Dawn, I've done that. I read Surf Ninjas and then saw the movie, and Rob Schneider's casting as Iggy was just wrong. It's like, I can't do this. No. Sarah said, she and I had some good chats. Rest in peace. Pops goes, The Outsiders was a short novel, easy to use the actual dialogue. Correct.
Yeah.
And Thesis says, and that was before I found out what an asshole he was, Rob Schneider.
Mm.
You know what is weird? I think it's Rob Schneider. He's going to be across the river here, like, soon, in Washington, Illinois. And then, like, the next night he's up in Rochester, Minnesota, which is 45 minutes from my parents' house. I'm like, how weird is that? We thought that. And Nick says there doesn't need to be another version of To Kill a Mockingbird. No. That one was perfect the way it was.
I'm a big fan of it.
Mm-hmm. Sarah's like, I want an original copy of the list of banned books before they become next to impossible to find. Isn't that sad that the list of banned books?
Our teacher taught from that list.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot
Like
of
our English teachers actually taught from that list. They were like, "Oh, these are banned. Good, we'll be reading them. Thank you."
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Kitty said, hey, I enjoyed the Witcher Netflix series. I'm not saying anything against the series. For me, I couldn't do it for some reason. I don't know. I don't know if it was his. I don't know what it was. That's the thing. I just don't know. But I was looking like, no, that's not. No. Mm-mm. Dad said the longest reading I ever done was the manual to my first computer, a compact. Was that on your left, or was that the other left, or did you run into the pole on the way into Best Buy?
Dang.
Yes, he did. He was walking into Best Buy and he was messing with my mom's earplugs for where she worked at the time, and he had put them on his leg and he was looking at them as he was walking into Best Buy while he was looking for his first computer and ran into one of the poles. Love you, Dad. Had to out you. You know that. Dan said the only movie I liked more than the book was Logan's Run. That was probably due to Jenny Agutter having a nude scene when I was still young and impressionable.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Foxy said that'll do it. Sarah said, all banning books does for me is make me want to own a copy and read it. If they don't make a big deal about them, I probably wouldn't have. Way to go, book banners. Right, Sarah? 100, I agree. Foxy said, find out what they don't want you to know. Mm-hmm. Carl goes, I keep hoping to get a book banned. I want those sales.
It's gotta be like a mark of honor to get something banned. Typo.
What was that? Hi.
Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. That's why.
Michaela says that she's got to make an ad. Dang, I keep forgetting. Yes, you do. It's been a while. Make that ad. Ruby said, most books were banned for me, so I am very behind on reading anything besides the Bible. Oof. Yeah, we'll get you started on some of the stuff.
That just means you have a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. Dan says, all I want is another of my books to be published. I'm retired now. I need a win. I know, Dan. I hope you get to published soon.
Yeah.
And Sarah said, yes, Michaela, I freaking missed you. And Sarah is sending love to Ruby. And Donna is greeting Ruby. Sarah said, we need to get you some of the originals of those works. They are part of our history. Yes. And Nick said, well, Ruby, my wife, Amanda, is a librarian with a capital L. And Nick was a librarian with a lowercase L.
I believe Amanda has her master's of library science.
Isn't she like the top? Like you can't get any higher of a library status of what she is.
She knows her stuff.
Yeah. Nick said that Joe can always come try my laser cutter / engraver.
Oh no.
Darn.
We would have to spend time together, and maybe some magic cards could be brought.
Yeah.
And oh no.
Such bad things going on right now.
Turn that off for
Like
a
I said, we
second.
can all have recommendations depending on what you think you might be into. Are we talking about books, Foxy?
Maybe.
Books.
Sarah said, I'm guessing they'll leave libraries too, thinking used bookstores and Amazon or something for the originals. But dang, I can't yet. I need to ask BKM if they have them.
That's the tip I want.
Nick said, Ruby, we can help. What do you like? And she's like, that's the problem. I don't know what I'm into. And then Nick said, cats are evil overlords. Yes, they are.
Yes.
So we're about an hour in.
Oh goodness, are we?
Let's pause for a short break here. I'm actually going to play a little bit longer of one than usual. I'm going to play the ad from the Madness Entertainment Group because I need to try and pop my hand and my neck, and yeah. So we will be back in just over 3 minutes.
On the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens day.
All right.
Whoa! Somebody appeared.
Yes, we have a Rich now.
I was going to say, Wild Rich appeared.
And we're also going to go over to track number 1, The Calm Before the War. Ah, Rich has got some chainmail going.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet. And I'm going to start hitting up some comments because we're still a half hour behind, kids.
And they're still going.
If you need a co-host, I can recommend a handsome fellow to bring in some more lady viewers. Woo! Foxy's giggling. Well, anytime you want to pop in tag team up the road. Oh wait, wrong. Never mind. Sarah said not necessarily a problem. I was the same way. You just read random things and eventually see what you get pulled into more than others genres.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
do you need to just speed read? Is that what's going on? Like,
is it a lack of caffeine?
No, and I don't know.
Do you still have me under your desk?
Sarah says, it can be seen what you're interested in by reading a variety of all kinds of things.
Yep.
How does that work? And yes, Joey, you are under my desk. I better refer those may not know what we're referring to. It's called Water Joe. It's caffeinated water. Let's see here. And Nick said, okay, are there any TV shows or movies you have seen that interested you since you've been on your own?
Yeah.
And Dan realized that Billy No Mates is Maltese on his back and Tabby on his belly. Usually I only see him with his head down in a food bowl.
Nice.
Those who need to know, Billy No Mates is a kitty cat.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty is saying to go look in a mirror to thesis. Ruby said, I've tried reading some of Joy's books, but nothing is pulling me in. And Nick said, greetings, just getting started on Friday. That's probably what I do. Fox said, best advice, Ruby, go to a library card, get a library card, then you aren't paying for things you don't like, and you can try out anything you want.
You might like nonfiction.
Plus, I do believe that the authors, I don't quote me on this, but I believe the authors get a little kickback too, especially if it's like the smaller independent authors.
But yeah, so they the Leafy Moss folder. But yeah, you might enjoy like nonfiction about dance and dancers and that kind of thing, since I know you like dance. So maybe start with things that you know you like and branch out from there.
Or if you have a Kindle, you can actually get a lot of books free on Kindles.
Yes.
And it does help it still helps the authors too, especially if you get like more of an independent author, it can still help them as well. So
just be sure you read the description, because sometimes it's suddenly porn if you're going for free books.
No, never.
Yeah.
And Nick said, if you'd like, you can also send an email to him, and he will give you access to the Leafy Moss folder. And Sarah said, patience is needed and someone to guide you to get ideas. It took me over 2 years to figure out what my niche was when I got back into comics or any kind of reading for you. You're around great people for these things. Yes. And then there's people like me, when people go, what's your favorite genre? And I say, yes, because I'm all over the board and I have books from all different walks of life.
And then there's people like me where they're like, oh, what are you reading right now? Post a picture of the cover of the book you're reading, and it's some coding manual.
EIB from work.
Yeah.
Sarah said, once something pulls you in, you'll be absorbed in it and love every minute of it. Mm-hmm. And Dad goes, your fast talking is why your mom and dad keep saying, what did you just say? It's not my fault.
You made her this way.
And Foxy wants to know if I know if the Color Street lipsticks coconut oil. I do not know right offhand, but I would be happy to find out. Coconut oil. Okay, I will find out. And Sarah's like, oh, my stuff's went a wee bit well. More planning of assistant successes, so that's moving in the right direction. Good.
Good.
And she's saying hi to Pops, and Pops said, that's good, Sarah. And Rich said, going in dry, Joe. By the way, Rich, as soon as $20 came up, you popped into the chat. I
summoned him.
It's like he knew. And Foxy saying hi to Rich.
I just say it.
Michaela said, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I have a friend who we all know and love who is having heart surgery next Friday. I'm keeping him in my thoughts. If you can guess who, maybe reach out and say hey.
Oh.
I know who it is.
Does he have kind of a silver complexion and carry an axe and live in the land of Oz?
Nice.
He might have some coconut oil. Oh, Rich is saying howdy, folks.
Oh, hi, Rich.
And Sarah said, yeah, thanks, Foxy Oz. You're so sweet. And there's greetings to Rich. Carl said, next Friday. Thanks, Michaela. Will do. And more greetings to you, Rich. And Sarah said, and hi to those I missed. And he said, yes, Michaela said, yes, next Friday. And Ruby says, library card is a good idea. I just don't know what to read or where to start. Talk to the librarians, too, when you get your card.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You sit there for a little bit and read, a little bit of the back of the books, read the little blurbs. I mean, it's hard to say where to start, but
Yeah.
and there's not going to be one direction that's right. Like I said, people ask me what kind of my genre is, and I'm like, yes. So, Foxy still has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtrack for the original movie on cassette.
Yes.
Kitty said, questions are how we learn, hun. If you don't ask questions, then how are you going to find out the answers? Exactly.
Yep.
And Michaela said, Ruby, you can start with my books, LOL.
That might be out of Ruby's wheelhouse. Might have to work up to Michaela's books.
Dan says, Ruby, tell us what kind of story you enjoy, and we'll tell you what to look for. We know all about literature. And Michaela goes, maybe. They might be too much. The more you know, it looks like a squeegee. That's what the more you know.
Oh, it's the more you know sign.
For those who haven't seen the more you know sign. It does kind of look like a squeegee.
It does. It's actually just
fancy. Sarah said, oh my god, I need your books, Michaela, but yeah, probably best for after finding a niche first. Yes. Foxy said, I think you might like some of the classics as a place to start. Maybe try something like Black Beauty.
Yeah.
And Sarah goes, I have a bunch of movie posters from some of the movies we've had more recently. I've just been coming in to clock in and heading out when I clock out without going upstairs to look at them. Okay. And Ruby says, Black Beauty, what's it about?
It's a good one. I like it.
I'm not going to go into it. I'm sure somebody already answered that question. Sarah goes, could be helpful to know what kinds of shows or movies you may like that would help guide you. Foxy goes, it's a book from a horse's point of view, so nothing offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah says, oh, a gorgeous black horse. A page turner for sure. Dan goes, it's about a Dan, thank you.
Oh my.
It's about a horse and the girl he owns. The girl. It's about a horse. Here we go. Typo, horse. And the girl the horse owns. Ruby said that might be something to try then. Donna goes, Black Beauty is a tearjerker. I can't believe they sell it as a children's book.
Yeah, it is emotional, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Foxy said it's one of my favorites as a teen.
Mm-hmm.
One other thing, too, I was just thinking about, and I don't know if anybody has mentioned this, to be perfectly honest, is to go to Aphelion Dan's website. He's got a lot of writers that have short stories. It's the one that Thesis has been in and Foxy's been in. That, just to kind of see what that genre does on the short story part to get you maybe interested in going, is that something I want to read in a longer, for a longer story? So that's another thing.
Let's do this real quick. Take if you want to start that comment or take it down, however you want to do it. And we're going to just play this.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
And I don't know where you're actually located at, Ruby, but if you are outside of the U.S., you'll need to go to aphelion.ndcd.org. For whatever reason, the hosting site that Aphelion is on likes to get attacked, and so anything outside the U.S. can't access it. So we set up a mirrored site on the ndcd.org site, and that is aphelion.ndcd.org. And with that, track number 6, Blue Sky Flying. So what are you working on tonight, Rich?
So remember that replacement strap I started at Holocon for my drinking horn? Well, I started, stop. So it's the last few inches. So I'm like, screw it. I'll work on that.
The last few inches are always the best. Foxy said that the Black Beauty was one of her favorites as a teen.
Okay, Don.
Look at
if the last few inches are always the best, what happens if there's only a few inches to begin with? Because that'd be the first and the last.
Means the entire thing's the best, wouldn't it?
Anyways,
it was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Thank you, Dickens.
Anyway.
Lisa said, honestly, I like Cavill in The Witcher, but you might have seen the problem of only seeing him as Superman. The thing is, I just saw Superman the first time at Thanksgiving. And I'm sitting there watching, going, I could watch him as Superman. But I don't know. I don't know if it was that I played the video games and maybe I was too much that guy, because I had a very specific scruffy and all that I had picked out for him. That could be it. There goes, or the Lion King, and he loses his dad. Tragically for them. Donna goes, I can't believe they call that a children's story. The Disney version, sure, but the others would be more towards middle school. There's a lot of stuff though that Disney is like, this is sad and it's horrific, but the actual, like, if you go to like the Grimm version of it, the Brothers Grimm version, oh my
Cinderella?
God. Yeah,
Cinderella?
In that when they cut their feet off.
Oh God, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty is terrible.
Yeah.
Snow White. Like, all of them are terrible.
Let's see. And Bladen has the opposite problem with Tyler Hoechlin. I can't see him as Superman because he will always be Derek Hale to me. Nick is laughing at Thesis. And Carl goes, once we get Rich published, then we can need to go Keisha on Dan. To be fair, though, it's not so much Dan's fault. It's the publisher. He's got the stuff there. It's just the publisher that moved forward on it. It's kind of like he's in the same boat as Cindy Koepp.
Dan's the best part.
Yeah. Burkus is willing. From Dan. They said, and there goes me dropping another literary reference that only well-read people will get. Well, apparently I'm not well-read. But I can tell you some other stuff. Nick says that Amanda has her master's in library and information sciences, and yep, she's a level 1, the librarian's countdown. I am waiting for the day that all of a sudden we get a message that they are moving to like DC because Amanda has been offered a position in like some huge library of history of something, da 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 da. And I swear, if I ever find that out, or if that does happen in real life, I would like cry happy tears of joy. Just saying. And Kitty
They
said,
will
"Well,
hear the
that's gonna
squee
take-"
on Mars.
The what?
Said they would hear the squee on Mars.
Oh no, Pluto. It would be such a squee that Pluto would demand to be a planet again.
Pluto will always be a planet.
In my
Ohana means
heart.
family, and we don't leave family behind.
Yes. I can't. Okay, well, if he's not going to say anything, I will. Thesis wants to get a book published by the end of the year. He told Foxy and I that his New Year's resolution, so bug him about it. Okay,
it.
guys. Thesis is on the Keisha list.
Do it.
Carl's like, wow! And Thesis is like, thanks, kitten. I don't know if that's a thanks, kitten, or if it's a thanks, kitten, or what the... But, you know.
I don't know if that's a side eye or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a thanks, kitten, for saying it out loud because I couldn't do it. So thank you for telling everybody. Because now I got that off my chest and my shoulders and everybody knows. And so, or if,
Now I have support from people. People help.
Carl said, my Keisha list is getting longer. Yes, it is. Dan said, Thesis, get writing. Even a collection of short stories will be awesome. I am your publisher. Replace me with someone who can pay you.
Let us give you money.
Thesis says, I don't have anything novel length, but I can possibly get Darker Angels or Jeff finished enough to be a novella. That would work.
That'd be awesome.
Let's see here. Oh, we lost Rich. And hi,
Hi
I
there.
did not do that. Oh
No.
Yeah, we lost Rich.
He froze and disappeared.
Dan said that all you need is 300 pages of short stories and Bob's your uncle. Dan said,
And-
don't feel that Ted doesn't find out that Joe is under your... He knows. Ted knows that
There we
Joe...
go.
Very nice.
That is cool. It's like... very dark and very... I don't know how to explain it.
The medium suits it.
What's the wording with the picture? It's just very...
Whew.
And Sarah's like, I missed Nick's suggestions of movies and shows, but I made the same one. Ha! And Ruby said, oh, Nick, I missed your comment. Trey has suggested some anime, but I'm not sure. I haven't really watched too much TV. And Sarah goes, there are also Christian fiction and nonfiction books, which might help you along with what you could be interested in as well.
They've got some good ones.
You know, and it's weird because sometimes I'm in the mood for spice, and sometimes I'm in the mood for not spice.
I actually read a Christian romance called Alas My Love, and it was really good. Like, it wasn't spicy, but it was very sweet.
Sarah wants to know what color lipsticks. Oh, you guys are making me do this right now. I know. I shouldn't be. I'm trying to. Hold on here. If I can hit the right button, I'll be able to help you more. Sarah said, no dry entry. Ouch.
Meh.
Ruby said, anyone have any suggestions on sword books?
Like manuals, because I actually got 2 in. I got the 2 Gigante books in. And then I also got the Armored Rose, which highly recommend. That actually compares the differences between male and female anatomy when it comes to armoring. It's, I believe, a husband and wife team, and they're the same height. So they mark out, like, oh, here's her waist, here's his waist, and show the differences in the movements and everything and how it's affecting them. It's phenomenal. Also, Nick has the simple sword.
And this is to answer the link I'm putting now is for Sarah. Color what lipsticks? Oh, what color? I transpose. Color Street, which does the nails, have expanded into other places. They do lipsticks and lip liners, and they have some beautiful eyeshadows that are. Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah, it's not just nails anymore. It's and it's like a hand lotion and stuff. So they've expanded.
Dang, yeah, it used to be just the nails.
Yeah, there's lipsticks and let's see here, cheeks, eyes, and lips. There's cleansing balms and so I mean they have blushes and stuff like that too. Apparently I picked up the auctioneer style speaking after I moved to Illinois. No? No. I think I've always talked fast. Sarah said, yes, talked to him yesterday on the phone, Michaela. And Nick said, Amanda said exactly the same thing, Sarah. Christian fiction is probably a comfortable start. Mm-hmm. Mind link, Sarah. And Ruby said, I have to be careful with Christian books. My faith has taken a hit lately. Or, just do a romance that's a spice level not. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christian.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Yeah, you don't have to do a bodice ripper for it to be a romance.
Mm-hmm. And Dad said Ruby tried documentaries and worked backwards. Just some old guy dad advice.
Yeah.
That could be maybe some nonfiction just to kind of,
Yeah.
There's so many things. Welcome back, Richie Rich. So understandable. That's been the case with me as well, Ruby. And Sarah said young adult books are freaking epic. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
They're epics.
Just because they're labeled young adult doesn't mean like you can't read them. No. Like some of the greatest books are in there.
Yeah. It's not the Percy Jackson. It's the Kane Chronicles. Right.
Okay.
Those I really like those. I don't get into Greek mythology as much. I do, but I don't. But for some reason, the Kane Chronicles, it's more of Egyptian mythology, and I love that. It's the kids are like 16 and 13.
Yeah,
I really dig his Magnus Chase series.
Yeah.
So
which is more.
Go ahead.
Oh, if you like mysteries and that kind of thing, maybe like Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I was in Minnesota, I picked my mom still had the Sleepover Friends series that I collected when I was a kid, and I need to find where to finish. I want to get more. It's out of print, but I want to finish the series because there's books missing in between.
Yeah.
So I know I want to get those. Like, oh. Sarah said, no matter how old I am, I'm addicted to young adult books and book series. Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Trey said, Ruby, you might like A Little Princess and A Secret Garden. Oh, A Secret Garden.
I love A Little Princess. It's one of my favorites. Love it so much.
And Dan Loves Me. Apelian is now available on the Indie CD website.
Yeah.
I love you too, Dan. And Sarah said that I've never read either of those, Trey. Maybe I need to be talking to you too.
I love A Little Princess. It's very sweet.
I'm trying to remember they don't have the same premise, but kind of the same.
They're set in the same era in England. A Little Princess is her father takes her to a boarding school while he's in India, I want to say. And he's killed, and she goes from being very rich to being very poor, but she still stays a good person through it. So it's her navigating, going from being like this golden child that the teachers are treating, like she can do no wrong and she's precious, to being a servant in the school that she was going to. It's a great read. And then A Secret Garden, I think she's orphaned, and then they find a secret garden. Surprise!
It's, yeah. One of them has a little boy that's in a wheelchair, isn't there?
That's the Secret Garden. Yeah.
I watched both of them as movies,
Yep.
and I can't. It was so long ago. I'm kind of gone. I don't remember which. But,
Yeah.
oh. And there is the link to Aphelion if you are not stateside. And Lisa says there's a young adult series called The Five Ancestors that he enjoys. It's written for kids, so not too violent or raunchy. You could check those out. And Sarah said it's freaking beautiful, Rich. Your chainmail.
Ah.
They said the first, the last, the everything. And Kitty says we were up in Canada. And Ruby, while Kitty's up in Canada, Ruby is up in Canada. I'm from Minnesota, so now you are in Canada. Sarah said, aw. Sarah goes, I've been getting treated like Cinderella the past few months while others are playing on their phones or laughing together while I'm out doing their work. There's something seriously wrong with that. There is. I will say this, Sarah, it's because of our ages. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Ruby said, so many book recommendations. Thanks, everyone. You're welcome.
You just asked a bunch of readers to start for recommendations, so you're gonna get a lot.
And a bunch of writers.
And I was gonna say the other thing is just go to the IndieCD site, indiecd.org, and look at authors and just kind of go from link to link and see who's out there and see what you know. If you have questions, I'd say 90% of those authors are very within one message away from finding out more about them, or if you want to know more about their books. So
yeah, but some of us are dicks.
What?
Nice.
What'd you say about your dick?
Oh my!
Some of us are dicks.
Oh, okay, yes, that'd be you.
And some of us are
only
just
one of them.
One of them. One of them. Sarah said, just that came pouring out. Whoops, I get it. Kitty goes, they're kale yummy. And Sarah said, of course, Ruby. And Fox said, you're very welcome, Ruby. Donna just said that's what happens when you're with a bunch of readers and writers, Ruby. Dan said, okay, most Canadians have to use the IndieCD mirror site to read Aphelion. Most people outside the U.S. can't access our main site because of the Middle Eastern bozos. So you have both websites now. That was pretty.
Ooh, yeah.
I just whipped it out and then put it away.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So what do
So
you
this
call
is
that
very
pattern?
similar to what I made Dimitri.
Okay.
So what's that pattern called?
It is called Odin's Eye.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So, yeah, go figure. Me going with something that's either Celtic or Norse.
Go figure.
That never happens.
No.
Sarah said, I think we all have libraries of books, so you'll probably be getting more recommendations along the way. I'm pretty sure we all do. I haven't touched mine. Oh. Sarah goes, I would so go into the young adult section. The stories are amazing. I'll be into them probably my entire life. Same here, Sarah.
Yeah, that's a good recommendation to start there.
And we have Josh Perry Bloodline. He is joining us. Hi, and his first time here. Hello.
He is over on the Madness channel.
Oh, gotcha. Welcome.
Good thing you're keeping an eye, because apparently I'm not.
Well, since you're reading comments, I have mine down at the bottom so I can see you coming in. And he didn't know that we were streaming to multiple channels.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of quickly explained, we do read the comments. It just takes us a while sometimes to get to them.
Yeah, we do read them all. We try to read them all. I missed a few Monday night. And Dan says, cool, Joe. So, welcome, Josh. I'm glad that you are here with us. Sarah said, minus Twilight, vampires don't freaking sparkle. Okay. Every time I read that, I think this. I love The Lost Boys. Again, we were talking about the delicious yumminess of The Outsiders of the 80s with that same way of the Lost Boys. Did you guys know that they used glitter in the blood when the one gets stabbed in the heart?
Really?
Yes, there's glitter. If you see them come out of the cave, they're sparkling, and it's not a shimmer of the wet blood, it's glitter.
Huh.
Huh.
Hey,
I mean-
wait. Trey, we need to first. More you know. Yes, there
We're
is glitter
educational.
in that blood in The Lost Boys. Okay.
That makes sense though, because if you can get away with not using CGI and you can just, use a tube of glitter, might as well.
They didn't want it to be so gory because the movie itself didn't have a lot of goriness to it, but they had to do something to show it was in like.
At least not to the last couple scenes.
Right.
But back then, they didn't have a lot of CGI.
Yeah.
I mean, CGI was Tron.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have it like we know it.
Although, it's I'm of the generation that's, remember saying, no one will ever top the special effects in Tron. That
I don't
aged
know.
poorly.
Jurassic Park's held up really well over time.
I have to admit, I laugh at the alligators in the eraser. I didn't realize how cheesy they looked. I'm like, oh, they look cool until you go back and watch it and go, oh dear. Foxy is laughing, and Sarah goes, but go for it if it pulls you through. And Sarah goes, took me till my 40s when I finally got into manga. Yeah. Kitty said, oh no, I'm sure it was a side-eye comment, but he can punish me for it later.
I'm sure you're heartbroken about that.
Josh is in Gallup, New Mexico, and it's cold out here.
Oh.
It's 16 here in central Illinois, but it is, I'm not going to,
yeah.
If it's cold, it's cold. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Dan is laughing, and Josh is going, hello, anyone here? I'm assuming that you were explaining to what was going on. Sarah said, no, with the lipstick, she was mentioning a brand I never heard of. Yeah, Color Street. And that's where Joey said, we are here. We just read the comment in order that come in. And that's when I dropped the information for Color Street. I think that's the lipsticks there. I was asking about coconut and the Color Street stuff she's selling because I'm allergic to coconut and I have it here.
Every time you say Color Street, I think of Peter DeLuise, Holly Robinson, and Johnny Depp. I know it was 21 Jump Street, but my brain just thinks of them, working the makeup counter at Macy's, as undercover cops.
I love being around creative people because our minds just go and then so I was getting there, Josh. I hope you don't think I was ignoring you, and I apologize. But I'm thinking that you were explaining what was going on. So Sarah said, oh, I totally derped on that. Dawn was selling any beauty care. It's just something I kind of gotta get. And we have
that's bread.
Side. Here's bread.
He literally just jumped up and sat on my project.
And Trey's done for the night.
It is time for nummies, Mommy.
It is time for nummies. Actually, I'm going to pull my self down and go give them their nummies.
Okay. I know we got to kind of get through here. I know Ted's wanting to get to bed because he hasn't been feeling great. So I'm going to try to get through these comments quick. And I know Joey's done. And no, thank you. You never indignate me. Sarah said, oh, I totally derped that Dawn was selling beauty care items. Like I said, it's just something that I got the kit for Color Street, and I wanted to do something to help Zachy out. So Thesa said, oh, Ruby, that's like asking a biologist what books they recommend on science. And this was Joey explaining that we stream across multiple channels, so it takes a bit when we do get to them. And Ruby said the Armored Rose. And Josh said, I'll be waiting for you. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. Are you still waiting for us, Josh? Kitty said, LOL, not wrong thesis. And Joey said, however, welcome to the show. We do this every Wednesday night. I'm either woodburning or doing 3D printing. Trey's always on doing crochet. And we get some other occasionally doing various crafts. We've had jewelry makers. As you see, we have a chainmail maker tonight. We've had, God, who else have we had on here? We've had other crocheters.
Yep.
We've had writers.
Yep. Thesis was on here the one night, wasn't he?
Oh, he was making his trainer swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? You never know. Ruby said, I don't know about romances. Trey knows about my recent activities and it might bring up some bad thoughts. Okay. Blade Thesis said you could choose your own adventure books. You control where the story goes. I have some of those. And Dan said that he enjoys Michaela's books, even though they're spicier than I usually read. It's not a style I read often, and my own work is more like 1930s movie romance, mystery, and 1960s sci-fi adventures. And Fox said those are fun, and Ruby said those sounds interesting, and she said the 5 ancestors, what are they about? And Foxy said very nice, rich. And Josh Perry said, I have some necklaces. What kind of necklaces? Sarah said, dang rich. And Dan said, I wondered where I put that eye. No. And there is the link to the 5 ancestors for Ruby. It will be easier than trying to explain it in limited characters. That works. So everybody is saying hi to Josh. See, we got to you, and now they're saying hi because they know that you're with us. And he said, Rick's doing something North. That's about as rare as Thesis doing something Chinese. But on bum. Ruby said, I will check those out. And Sarah said, for show. And Dan said, Nick has blessed me with the title of Old God of Appalachia. I identify with Odin, as a couple of my short stories relate. Still want to know where your pick went that was in the box. And Nick is laughing at Kitty, and Zach is joining us. Hello, Zach. He's like, oh my God, I'm so late. We were already talking about you. No, we know that you are now a member of IndieCD.org. Now, question. When you are getting set up on IndieCD.org, did you want to jump in while Joey is setting you up at the next episode? And we can talk about what the Launchpad all entails and what it does. And you know that when I need to, I can be very proper and professional. Don't laugh! You know I can be.
I know you.
We know you can.
I heard Joey laugh.
That was me.
I heard Rick laugh.
Actually, it was both of us. But
greetings to Zach from Dan and more greetings. Hey, Foxy said better late than never, they say, and more greetings. And he was busy editing his 2 live stream layouts. Oops. Stuck awake till 2 to 5 a.m. for launch night, so we'll watch replay. Zach, please get rest. Make sure you put your leg up for a while. Take care of yourself. Because, yes, right now you're getting the Viv look.
Ooh.
Take care
wait, hold on.
Like,
that
wait,
you do have to.
This one.
Yep.
Zach, you take care of yourself.
Man will be in his bunk.
Carl said, hey, Zach. Sarah said, at some point, it's just freaking cold degrees. Yep.
Yeah.
And greetings from Zach to everybody. And the cat cam. And everybody was greeting Bread. Those who don't know, Bread is the pudding cat.
He is one of our 2. The other one is Hobo.
Josh is doing his puzzle. Oh, God, I love puzzles. I can only work on him in the summer, though, because otherwise the cats eat the pieces.
Sisters of the Hook has a new link posted for a puzzle. Not that you probably needed to know that, but...
No, I didn't. The last puzzle... Oh, dear. Sarah goes, I thought about doing that on the side like Avon or something, but I have no idea if that would be profitable to me, uncertain. I didn't do it necessarily for the profitability. I wanted to make my nails pretty. I wanted to make it pretty. And I have a friend that sells it, and then my bestie, she signed up at the same time I did. It was peer pressure and having fun. And Josh has a question for everybody. Shoot.
Yeah.
Sarah said, I'm at the point of selling plasma again, though. My sister does that. And Zach loved those books, and I don't know which ones he's reading them, but he says the one thing I could about living in Santa Carla I could never stomach all the damn vampires.
Nice.
Best line. And Joey said, "We'll answer it as best as we can." Sarah said, "Oh my God, you guys! I found a box set of the Babysitters Club. Yoink!"
I love those books.
One of the bookstores here in town, she does book sales once a month online, and she does shipping and everything. Oh my God, some of the stuff that she has, it's like, Lady Thesis says, "Yep, I have been on once, and Foxy has been on 2 or 3 times." Sarah goes, "Couldn't afford them as a kid, so yeah, mine." There you go. Dan said, "One night I might join in doing leather Sam Brown belts and holsters and knife sheaths."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
And Sarah goes, "And a lot of comic book shops have great reads and regular books as well." Yes, and
Yeah.
there's more greetings and greetings. And Kitty said that would be cool, Dan. And Zachy says, "If Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can get their rockets off and I can finally sleep some night, sure."
You have underlings. You have an assistant.
Yes.
It's
They
asleep.
have billions of dollars. They should be able to get their rocks off. I mean,
Rockets.
the Rockettes. I mean, that's another thing altogether. I don't know. You know.
Nick laughed too.
Where's the love and the trust?
I can be
And the
professional
knowledge.
when I need to be.
We've seen you on 411.
I know. And everybody's like, "Whoa, who is that?"
You feeling okay?
Yeah, and then I had to try and act professional on 411.
Well, here's the thing. You gotta check that down for a goatee because it might be the evil goatee or evil goatee universe Dawn.
Oh.
I don't have a goatee.
No, the evil you does.
The evil you would,
Because everybody evil has a goatee.
especially in Star Trek.
Yes, that's how you know they're evil.
As we
This is
bring
not a goatee.
Man.
I know somebody who's got a goatee in his house right now. Sarah took that so wrong, Zach. And Zach said, "Yeah, I should put my leg up. It was up twice earlier today. Put it up."
Okay. Take care of yourself.
Yes, Taco Mom.
Nice.
Did you want to anger the Taco Mom? I don't think. Dan says, "Dawn, proper and professional, color me amused."
Dang, everybody's going for you tonight.
Wait a second, where'd that go?
I hate it.
Here's the thing, Dawn. You got to make sure that you never let down the hair and
There
do
it
the
is.
bib look at the same time. Dan will have a heart attack.
I need to put that under this one too.
No. Mm-mm. Sarah said, "Facepalm, I knew what you meant. Just, yeah, I went there." Zach. Taco Mom. Taco Mom?
Well, yeah.
As I
Everyone has
enlarge
their-
Dawn as she fondles her taco.
I didn't touch the taco nor the pickle. But I will play with the heart.
Another one of Joe's sayings. We don't kink shame around here, but we might kink question.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah said, "Ooh, Harley Quinn would be a good start too." Taco Mom, everybody. God.
That's your new title.
Why do I have a feeling if this stays in the long-term memory banks of Nick that next week somebody, either he's going to do that on his show, on his Wednesday night draw stream show, or somebody's going to say, "Hey, draw a Taco Mom."
So are you
that
saying it might turn into a homage?
Yeah.
There's that word again. And Donna said, "Dawn is known
Mini
for her
tacos
taco with
on
her mic there." By the way, this
So-
taco is Lindsay, Dan's wife.
Dawn, what kind of vehicle do you drive again?
Here.
So the minivan was the vehicle of the soccer mom. So I guess the CRV is now the official vehicle of Taco Moms.
Sure. We'll go with that. Sure. Joe is wondering if it was asked. The question was asked or not by Josh. I haven't seen it yet either. Or waiting. Donna said, I have almost all the Nancy Drew books, about 100 of them. Yes. Collected. And Sarah said, I found a box set at the comic shop. Sweet.
Nice.
And
because it's right there on her microphone.
who?
Ellie.
Yes, okay. Dawn has a very beautiful taco. Don't ask me how I know. We all know. Because your
It's
wife
on camera.
that is on my microphone that I share with everybody. Sarah says that's epic, Donna. Donna goes, Sarah, many of them are the original blue cloth cover. Ooh.
Oh.
I
No.
didn't know that, Zach. Oh no.
Oh, you need another one.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I know of a great co-host. Just saying. As she decides to disappear.
I reappeared. Donna said, yeah, I'm that old. That Donna. Longer short story for Green Room. Okay, we need to hear that. I am so sorry, Zachy. I'm hoping that the GoFundMe is still in the right direction. Oh my god, I tipped my microphone. Sarah said, oh, Donna, I keep them, I've gotten them. I've seen them, but haven't gotten them. Keeping my inventory, trying to, down to a point for moving out. Oh my god, when I do, I need to regain somewhat I've been having to sell.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry to hear that, Zach, from Carl. Sarah goes, we won't be living too far away from each other when I'm in Lafayette. We can scope out each other's libraries. Ha ha ha. Lisa says, but I have facial hair. Does that make me the evil one? Yes.
By Star Trek and soap opera rules, yes.
Zach had 3 tacos last night, 2 in one sitting, and then a third a few hours later. Ah, Zachy.
Way to go.
Dan said, I won't have a heart attack, but Lindsay will not be amused that someone else excited me. I'm trying to stay married this time. Your wife's the one who sent me the taco. He said, yes, love, you are the evil one. There goes, if it's just a stash blade. Dad wants to know when will the cooking shows begin. LOL. Enjoy it and good night, all. Good night, Dad. Love you. Say hi to Mom.
Good night, Dale.
Good night, Dad. Dad.
Yes, sir.
Donna, you do have the evil goatee, so yeah, but you're a cute evil one, so it's okay. Someone go into the StreamYard title and change it to Taco Mom.
And check.
Yeah, I had to check to see which one.
You can see 2 of our hands.
I was gonna say I wouldn't put it past any of the 3 of you to do that.
I am hurt.
Look at your
And
tag.
I see it. That's why I just said switch it back.
Oh darn, it's permanent.
I gotta remember what your link is.
Yeah, what is that? Mm-hmm. Sarah, I can't wait to live in an area of public transit again. These roundabouts confuse the hell out of me, and I'm already easily confused. But BKM was driving at the time, and apparently Zach spot something.
I think we offered you as co-host.
Oh, yeah.
Zach said, yeah, I'm in control of it. Just have to do some stuff with IRS before it can get the funds. Okay. And Donna said, Sarah, after you move, you need to come over for lunch and see our library. Yes. And Kitty said, don't punch the taco. And Dan,
Push her into that kind of thing.
We'll have a cooking show when the weather permits.
Yes.
So. You, Dawn. Oh, after what? So, okay.
All right. Well, we have caught up on comments. We are an hour and 45 into the show. So, I think it is time for us to wrap it up for the night, and we will be back Monday night.
With Behind the Code.
Yep.
Oh, hey, who are you setting up on Monday night?
Zach, if he sends me his information.
Zach, send the information. If you would like to come on the show while he's setting you up on Monday night, please let us know.
So with that, folks, we will see you all Monday night.
Hold on here.
Done.
Done? Did you just say done?
Yep, it is done.
Nice.
Oh, look at that! I'm starting to learn. Don't tell anybody.
You got this.
That is
You are a
pretty.
pro
That is
professional.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Now he's getting his horn out so he can show us how it connects to the horn. So while he's doing that, Carl is saying goodnight. Zachy is saying goodnight. Lisa says, it's only a Machiavelli beard, not a goatee, so I'm only partially evil. Donna said, another fun show. See everyone tomorrow night. But that part is fun. Good night. And there should be an SOC and an LMS tomorrow. Foxy said, night, everyone. Great show from Sarah. Sounds good, Taco Mom. Nice. And that is gorgeous. Okay, guys, stand up. Machiavelli was only partly evil. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And if anybody wants to know, he really does drink out of the horn.
Yes.
It's functional.
Yes. Sarah said, it is mine. Oh my God. I have to be horny to have the blue and silver.
Oh my.
Lisa says he's only partly evil. And oh, nice and cool from Zach.
Yeah, I did it in blue and silver because my wife's two favorite colors are blue and silver.
All right. Well,
the only one who's still working is Trey. And I bet her hands feel like they're going to fall off.
I was going to say, it's going to be a work for a bit because I have to do 10 rows of each color.
Can you count to 10?
Ouch.
That's why I have the counter.
My
husband made a holder for it. So it's on my desk.
She says to count to 4 2.5 times.
Right.
All right. With that, folks, we will see you Monday night. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.